Hello and welcome. My name is Angie Holden and I'm the blogger behind the Country Chic Cottage. Today we're going to make sublimation awards and I'm going to make these Father's Day style. So I'm going to show you how to make a cute Father's Day gift today with sublimation award plaques. Now I have 3 different designs and I'm going to give you the Canva template for these so you can customize them and personalize them so you can give Dad a funny award, a more heartfelt award, whatever you want to give Dad, you can choose from the options that I'm giving you. Or you can create your completely new design and use the sublimation instructions in this video to sublimate your own award plaque. Now this is the small version of the award plaque. I thought this would be good for a Father's Day gift. However, there are other sizes, so don't think you are restricted to just this size. This is just one size and even type of sublimation award, so there are different types of awards available as well. So before we get started, let's take a look at the supplies we're going to use. For this project, you're going to need your sublimation plaque. Now this is made for sublimation, has a sublimation coating on here, and this is an actual award plaque, so it's a very nice gift idea. Heat-resistant gloves, lint roller, protective paper. You will need a scraper for this one, heat-resistant tape, a heat-resistant mat, as well as your sublimation print. So this is sublimation ink printed on sublimation paper from a sublimation printer. And we are going to take a look at how I got these designs, and I have a free Canva template that you can customize for these. So let's go ahead and head to Canva and take a look at that. So I do have a template link and it is available for free in the description below this video. Once you pull that up, you can adjust these awards to be however you would like. So you can change the colors. You can click and change any of the text. You could change the fonts. You could even remove some of the elements if you didn't like this and change those up. I do have 3 designs and you can pick and choose which one you want. Remove off anything that you don't want to use. Now, I have made these for the 5x7 awards, which means that the design itself is about a 4x6. It's a little bit smaller, so you do want to stay away from the edges of these templates, but I wanted it a little bit oversized just for some room for error. Now, if you purchase the larger award, you may also need to resize these templates to fit your award. You can also start from scratch right in Canva and design the award yourself. Once you're done and you like the way your award looks, you're going to go to Share, then Download, Download as a PDF for print, and be sure to choose CMYK and then download it. And then you can print that PDF on your sublimation printer. Be sure to print at actual size or 100% in order to get the accurate size when printing. The first thing you want to do is to remove the protective film away from the award. Now you can use the scraper to get this started if you have a difficult time with it. I just used my fingernail and it came right off. Now around the edge of the award, you could have some paint that is on the award surface. And what you can do is just use your scraper around the edge. You can see just a thin line of black coming up. And you want to remove all of that around all 4 edges. Now you could use something like an old gift card or something like that, but I find a scraper does the job well. Once you're done cleaning up all 4 sides, you will want to lint roll that off because those little black specks are probably on your white surface. Now I put my heat resistant mat down on my surface and my sublimation plaque on top. You may want to preheat these 1 to 2 times, about 20 seconds each, because these plaques can hold some moisture. If you're having issues with sublimating on these, most likely it's a moisture issue. When preheating, you do want to add some protective paper over the top, and then you can just use whatever heat source that you would like over the top and just press down. Now, you're going to sublimate these at 400 degrees. It's not quite hot enough. However, I can go ahead and preheat this for, even more time even with it at a lower temperature, and that way I can kind of use the time while the press is heating up for some preheating steps. And you just want to make sure that there isn't moisture coming out of this. And I can tell that there's moisture coming out because around this outside edge, this is wet. So I'm going to repeat this preheating step and try to get as much moisture out of this as possible so it does not affect my sublimation. So I'm going to keep doing this preheating while my Easy Press heats up, and then we'll take a look at adding the print to this. So I preheated this a few times and it's looking better to me. Now you want to let this cool before you add your sublimation print to it, because you don't want your sublimation print to start transferring to the surface before you're ready. So we're gonna go ahead and set this aside and allow it to cool. Now this is cool, it's time to locate the print onto the award. First things first, flip the award over to the back. There are some hanging holes. If you're gonna hang it this way, you want this at the top. If you're gonna hang it this way, you would want this at the top. So we definitely want this at the top. Now, I find it easiest to go ahead and cut this print in order to locate it. You can locate it however you want. You just want to make sure that the area you printed is over the white area. So I cut my design around the edges. Remember, I oversized this design, so it will hang over this white area some. So we'll just flip the sublimation print over, locate it onto the surface, and then I'm gonna use heat resistant tape and sort of tape it down across from each other this way and across from each other this way. And now this is ready to press. When it's time to press, heat resistant mat again, and then your plaque with the sublimation print side up, protective paper over the top, and then we're going to press. Now it's 400 degrees, 90 seconds, and it does call for a medium pressure, so you really want to press down if you're using something like the Easy Press. Once time's up, we'll just lift that up. Now you will want to use heat resistant gloves. This is going to be extremely hot, and I'm just going to kind of peek and see if I think the sublimation worked well, and it looks great. So I'm going to sort of lift up tape here, and you can see just how great this one looks. I'm gonna go ahead and finish removing the print here, and you have a super cute award for Father's Day. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the other two designs so you can see all three of those, and then we'll take a closer look at this. So here are the results from all three of my designs. Now, you can make these awards say whatever you would like and look however you would like, then use the instructions that I gave you to actually sublimate on them. So this is kind of a funny one, and then the other two are kind of more sentimental. So whatever you want to give to Dad, you can do it with these awards. Now, I will say that on some of them, the way I wrapped the tape over the side, just slightly on the side, I had some of this black lift off on the edges. I just touched it up with a black Sharpie. They do recommend that you leave your paper long and sort of wrap it around the back and tape anything to the back of these. However, I found I just could not get my location right if I wrapped it around to the back. So this is what worked for me as far as locating the design, and then I just touched up the black edges if something happened. If you take the tape off very carefully, it's less likely to happen, I will say that. So all that's left for you to do is to pick an award. What do you want it to say? What do you want to give Dad for Father's Day? And start sublimating. Now, do you have to use this just for Father's Day? Absolutely not. If there are other occasions where an award might make a good gift, or you actually want to make awards for something like a baseball league, a coach, something like that, this is also a great way to do that. You can follow the instructions in this video, so make your own design, then follow my sublimation instructions in order to sublimate an award. As you saw, it's very, very easy to make your own custom awards, and these look really, really professional. They look amazing once they are complete, and they are a solid, high quality sublimation blank, so you can feel good about giving it as well. Now, if you have any questions about sublimation awards, drop down in the comment section, ask away. If you like this video and it helped you, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, head on over to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. I have videos just like this one every single week, and trust me, you don't want to miss any of those. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.